Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and kick off today's roundtable for the month of May. Um Hello there again, everyone. My name is Ernest Bellamy, West Region Planner for Department of Planning and Development here in the city of Chicago. Uh, Saying hello from City Hall. It's good to be back and good to see you all again here for the Humboldt Park Chicago Avenue Community Roundtable. Uh, Today we have a very light agenda, um, which will cover a few community updates, as well as a brief update on the Invest Southwest Corridor RFP and kind of opening up our remaining time to any updates on the West Humboldt Park Development Council side, as well as just a open discussion of any topics that would like to get covered today. So without further ado, just want to say thank you to the community who continually shows up, those listed here and those who may not. It's always great to get the feedback and support of the community, as well as to inform the community in these monthly roundtables of all the myriad of different updates from the city's side to provide back to the community, but as well as a great touch point for the community to connect and share information. So without further ado, we're going to go into community updates. But actually, before that, given our light numbers here, if anyone wants to say hello, feel free to jump in right now and say hello or welcome, especially if this is your first time to the roundtable.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. This is Nikita. I am from Holston Real Estate Development Corporation, and I am the new Senior Development Manager over there. So I think this is about my 5th or 6th week. And so thank you for allowing me to come aboard and join you all on these meetings. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us, Nikita.
Good afternoon, this is Nita. Welcome back, Ernest, to the city. Wow, I thought that was your home.
No,
The backdrop.
Yeah. Well, the backdrop at home does have a lot of city work on it, but it is not.
That many
it's not
people
the city.
walking around. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the city opened up full? Is most departments open?
Right now we're having a slow roll of opening, but a few departments have come back, and we're in the office, not fully yet, but we're in more than we're at home, I'll say.
Thanks.
No problem. And I saw someone else wanted to say hello, so feel free to take it away.
Good afternoon, it's Nita Neighborhood Housing Services. I forget what was it. I'm sorry. Neighborhood Housing Services in West Humboldt Park area, Ujima Community Garden, and the West Humboldt Park Farmers Market. How are you all doing?
Doing great, and thanks for joining us. We're so excited for that farmers market to be back this summer.
I'll jump in. Hi, everybody. It's Ellen Moyani from Noble Schools with Roe Clark. Just wanted to say hi. And you might have seen our teens. We had prom this past weekend, so hopefully you saw them walking around their dresses outside. It was in the gym, and it worked really well. And then one note, Ernest, my name's spelled wrong on this slide. It's MOI, but common mistake, lots of vowels. So
Apologies about that, Ellen, and that'll get corrected in a flash. It's great to hear that the students had a prom this year. Okay, well, without further ado, we'll jump ahead. Or go ahead. It looks like Cassandra, you wanted to say something.
Yes, I just wanted to say hello. I'm Cassandra Davenport from 37 Ward Alderman Emma Mitt's office. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. It's always great having representation from the Alderman Mitz's office. Okay, so unless anyone else wants to say hello, we'll continue on with today's agenda. All right. So first up, we're going to have a very brief update of community update. As alluded to a little bit earlier, the West Humboldt Park City Market, in partnership with NHS, is coming back in a few days. June 5th through October 9th, the farmers market will be back. I believe this is on Saturdays every weekend in the summer at NHS's location at 3601 West Chicago Avenue. So great opportunity to get some fresh fruits, produce, and take it back home. And without further ado, I'll pass it over to Gustavo, who will give a Main Street 101 training recap.
Thank you, Ernest. Hello, everyone. My name is Gustavo, and I am a marketing specialist with the National Main Street Center, and I am focused on working within the Urban Main program, and that includes the communities participating in the Invest Southwest program. So I just wanted to give a quick update that as part of the work that we have been doing in collaboration with Adrian and Nefertari, with West Humboldt Park Development Council, we have done the first round of Main Street 101 training that we concluded in April. And the Main Street 101 training gives an overview of what the Main Street approach is and how it can be used as a tool for community and economic revitalization. And it's based around 4 points: organization, design, economic vitality, and promotion. Next slide, please. Main Street approach has been used for several decades already, and there are Main Street America communities across the country. In last count, there was almost 1,200 communities across the country that are using the Main Street approach. So this gives us a lot of experience and a lot of opportunities for being able to take best practices and to take the challenges and the opportunities that other communities have already faced and apply them and tailor them to the needs of newer communities that are joining. Main Street communities are in rural areas, in suburban areas, in large cities. There is a whole mix, and basically the approach is tailored and the activities are focused on the needs and the realities of the community where it's being applied. So in this case, just to give you a little bit of an overview, that community transformation, that is the focus and the goal of the Main Street approach. It focuses itself around those 4 points. During the training sessions that we conducted in April, we focused on each one of the points individually. So when it comes to organization, talking about the importance of that strong leadership and the organizational capacity and the coordination between all partners, there are a lot of planning tools, and there are a lot of documentation and previous work that you have done already for the community. And then the idea is to take advantage of all that is already existing and to take it to the next level, or to use it as a platform for building something new and not creating just something again from scratch. The next point that we covered was design. And this one really focuses on creating an inviting and an inclusive atmosphere in the community, and especially in the corridor, celebrating the historic character, fostering the accessibility, and creating those spaces that are very public centered. The discussion with the design point was very, very informative, and a lot of ideas are starting to come out about the need for creating that vitality and for creating that open atmosphere in the commercial corridor as part of the activity. The next point that we covered was economic vitality, and that's sort of like the real base of the whole process, which is how to attract more businesses to the community that are going to fulfill the needs or the wants of the people in the community, but at the same time not only attracting businesses from outside to the community, but how can we foster local entrepreneurs, people that might have something as a side hustle right now, or as an activity that they are doing, as a part-time hobby, but they want to develop it as a income generating opportunity. How can we sort of create the characteristics and the environment in the ecosystem for that to happen? So, building a diverse economic base, creating that a strong entrepreneurial ecosystem are some of the things that we focused on. And then lastly, the last point was on promotion, which is how do we market the commercial corridor in a way that people want to use it for their leisure, for their shopping, for other types of activities. At the end of the session, one of the things that we promote in doing is to organize committees around the 4 points that can then be used as a tool for getting more people in the community involved. And well, Adrian and Nefertari have been working on that, and in the follow-up calls that we're having, we are sort of helping out in trying to create that structure to those committees, so that you can use them as a tool of getting people together and coordinating with each other. Next slide, please. And then just quickly, like I said before, Main Street America and the Urban Main program are part of the National Main Street Center. We are an organization that has national coverage, but we are based in Chicago. And our network right now is approximately 1,200 different communities that are working. And that are trying to use the Main Street approach as a tool for economic revitalization. Thank you for your time.
This is Adrian. We would like to thank the Humboldt and Main Street for that training, 10 to 12 hours training. A few of us was on, and we will be looking to set up those 4 committees based off of the community to work on the design, the organization, the promotion, and the economic viability. Stay tuned. Really exciting things happening right now in West Humboldt Park, and Humboldt Park as a whole. So thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
And Ernest, if I could say something before you do your part. I just wanted to make a couple of announcements. This is Nefertari Cutler with West Humboldt Park. I'm the Economic Development Coordinator. And I just wanted to let those on the call know that we're in the process of working with the Art Institute with the project, the Obama portraits. And this is a program whereby we will be displaying portraits of the Obamas for the period June 18th through August 15th, thereabout. So we're currently working on identifying sites where the portraits can be displayed prominently in our community. And we're excited about that because this is a first for them. They're trying something new in the Black in the African American community. Hasn't been done before. And they're looking at the south and west sides. And we were one of the areas that they chose to do that. So we're excited about that. And you'll see that happening real soon. And one more thing is that we're working in collaboration with ABT for Juneteenth, a Juneteenth celebration. And we have the flyer on our website, and we'll have displays in the windows of most of our stakeholders real soon. But they're going to present a Men Cook 2. This will be the second annual competition, and it will be happening Saturday, June 19th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at their space, 3441 West Chicago Avenue. And there's a flyer for men who think they can, burn a little bit on the grill. So that's going to be fun. This is the second year for this. We did it year before last, the year prior to COVID, and it was a great event. So we are asking that the community come out and support that. And that's all I have. Thank you. Thanks, Ernest.
All right. Thanks, Nefertari. That's great info, and definitely look to share that in the post meeting email out to everyone, sharing those tidbits. And I can't wait to be out on the corridor this summer to see both those opportunities. Actually, I'm personally interested in going down to the Art Institute and seeing that exhibit when it comes to town, but also be out on the corridor for that. And I think enhancing my barbecue skills is always a plus. So you may see me out there as well.
Oh, great.
All right. So a little bit of a Invest Southwest Corridor RFP update for everyone. For those who were not aware or on last month's call, the RFP has been released. It was released on April 23rd, and thus far we've gone through a pre-bid conference that was held earlier this month on the 13th. Had a good audience turnout with that pre-bid meeting. A lot of great questions. A lot of those questions, and you can see the presentation up on the department's YouTube channel. If you search for YouTube for Chicago DPD, you'll be able to see a recording of that presentation, as well as if you go to the Invest Southwest website, you'll be able to see kind of the Q&A of the responses to that frequently asked questions and some of the questions that were asked during that. To date, there has been 65 individual downloads that have happened of the RFP. So going at a good clip of potential, those interested in responding to the RFP are people just wanting to look at the RFP, downloading it and looking at it. And again, the closeout for the response is I believe, the end of August 31st. So we have some time, which is great. Looking forward to see those applications roll in when they do. But I would presume various teams are curious and eager and working on their potential proposals, contacting NHS as well as contacting West Humboldt Park Development Council and seeing what interesting tidbits of information they could pick up about really understanding the community well.
Ernest, is there anything different between the downloads that you could tell which are people just interested in looking at the RFP versus actual developers that are downloading them?
Currently at the moment, no. But I'm sure as we get near towards the latter part, there may be an opportunity to know a little bit more. But what I know about the numbers thus far is just the raw data of downloads right now. But I could definitely look into seeing that deeper level of info, maybe in time for our next meeting or July.
And about the pre-development call, do you have numbers of how many people? I was on the call, but you really couldn't tell how many people were on the call.
Yeah, I believe we received around 30 individuals who showed up for the pre-bid meeting conference. So it was around there.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Well, moving on. Lastly, I wanted to kind of open the floor to anyone who had any general questions with regards to what's been presented here today from Gustavo, the West Humboldt Park Development Council updates that Nefertari has provided, or any questions beyond with regards to the RFP. Or anything other that you wanted to cover.
I don't have anything. You're doing a great job, Ernest.
Thanks, Adrian. But you know, I would be remiss if I did not mention that it takes a team to do a roundtable well. So I really appreciate all the great work that you all do as corridor manager over at West Humboldt Park Development Council. Okay, going twice. Any additional discussions of topics or anything additional anyone wanted to cover? All right. Well, I will say I am glad there are it's warmer weather out these days. It helps to be out on the corridor and in the west side, which is the region I operate in warmer weather as opposed to cold. So kind of proceeding on into next month's dates, our next roundtable will be June 23rd at 12 noon. Again, it would be great to see you all out and about on the corridor. I know I'll try my best to be out there from time to time as the summer months progress and as we open up more and more back to normal. And if there's any questions of anything presented here today, feel free to reach out to me at the email address listed below, ernest.bellamy@cityofchicago.org, as well as reach out to Adrian at West Humboldt Park Development Council at adrian@whpdevelopmentcouncil.net. So thanks all again, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Ernest. Maurice.
Can I rate 2, bro?